Welcome everyone and welcome to All In, All United. Fellas, we back, right? And as you all would see in our banner, you know, we just like how PS Morgan and Cristiano Ronaldo would have been strategic in making their, tell all into a two-part series. We thought it fit to do the same, all right, and
Yeah.
make our, our thoughts on their what they did into two parts as well. So Nico, JP, the Brazilian, Jody, and Phil.
Uh,
Welcome, fellas. Right, I hope all is well. Right, and let me get straight into the mix, guys. All right. So I mean, as we all knew, and I think you all mentioned it last podcast. I mean, this Ronaldo tell all was highly anticipated. And it has come and it has gone. Right, and I mean, I must say I liked how part one of our reaction here at All in All United went. I guess plenty of what was said, in my opinion, right, was leaning, to Ronaldo's viewpoint. My opinion, right? But following the conclusion of
I think JP represented well though. I think JP
yeah,
represented well.
yeah, yes, I must say yeah.
Uh,
but but following the conclusion of the this full interview that was aired, Manchester United responded. All right, so we just want to get this out of the way. So this is what the club had to say. All right, Manchester United has this morning initiated, well, at the point in time, right, initiated appropriate steps in response to Cristiano Ronaldo's recent media interview. All right. It also went on to say, we will not be making further comment until the process reaches its conclusion. Right. And I mean, even before, the first part came out, Manchester United has always been very conservative, if I could use that term, with their use of words. They haven't gone anything, to probably get themselves tied up in any kind of legal, you know, um, implications. So they try to be as,
Mhm.
brief as possible, right? And I guess that would be based on legal advice. So I want to touch on that. But before I do that, I really want to get Nico, your your thoughts on what would have come out from this interview, where your thoughts are, and so forth. Richard on the inside, good night, buddy. Thanks for joining. He's saying CR out. Go through, Nico.
yeah, I think the guys on Tuesday night did an excellent job in terms of putting a lot of the viewpoints out there. Um, However, I think overall, right, overarching everything, I think is a lot of frustration from CR. I think in terms of, it would have even started again. We talk about the death of his son, with his daughter in hospital, and also he had a lot of frustration with the national team because if you all remember with Portugal in national team, somewhere in September, something like that, even players from Portugal was calling for Ronaldo to be dropped, and he even talked about it in his whatever part it was. It was part two when he would have said that he had a lot of frustration, even people in the national team, players from Portugal was criticizing his form because he wasn't playing regularly for United, right? Additionally to that, as JP would have said, it was a lot of his perspective. We didn't get any, we didn't get from the club side, we didn't get that the club wanted Ronaldo out. We didn't get point that Ten Hag, as much as we're not behind the scene, Ten Hag disrespected Ronaldo, right? Even when let me say, I think it was the Vallecano game when a lot of the players left and they wanted to make it about Ronaldo. Ten Hag would have defended Ronaldo, and he would have said that other players would have left as well. So why just, being on Ronaldo? And again, we know, because that is what sells now. Ronaldo sells. Fred or Sancho, whoever they do sell, right? So they'll nitpick on that. And Ten Hag would have defended him, right? But obviously, after doing that, and Ronaldo does it again, Ten Hag doesn't have any choice.
Nico frozen, man. Nico frozen.
I was wondering if it was me.
Man
All
freeze
right,
up
because
like
of my internet being
the
real.
man freeze up like how Manchester freeze Ronaldo contract.
Boy.
Yes. Woo. So come back there.
Yeah, you're back. You're back in.
Yeah,
You're
back.
in.
Yeah, back.
Right. Okay. Yeah, so Ten Hag also has his principles, and Ten Hag would have had coming into United, having to do a rebuild. He has to imprint or implement his style, and he has to do it in a way that other players would realize, or say, here, what, this man's serious. He has to come in with that because of the place United has been in, right? On the part where he said he felt disrespected in terms of maybe the club didn't believe him. Maybe the club didn't believe him in terms of his daughter was sick, that why he was away from preseason. Again, to me, that seems like that was his perspective, because it could have easily come out to be that the club could have been disappointed knowing that he would not have been available, because new coach, new system, we want to get our best players in preseason. We understand, maybe we are a bit disappointed because they can't be there, but this is what it is. And maybe his camp, because I don't think he was there, would have took it in maybe the wrong way. And again, this is a speculation, right? Could have took it in the wrong way, because they saw I see it, because before the season started, or before preseason, when the last season ended, Ronaldo wanted to be there, right? We saw no reason or no issues where he wanted to leave to even go to a Champions League team before the season started, and really and truly only after that meeting with his team and United board or whoever it was, right? Then he would have came out, and after the meeting, they said, here, what, Ronaldo wanted to on that part, and Ronaldo just came out very egotistical, right? Which to me, he's showing that he's bigger than Manchester United, and as Fergie would have said, as long as that is the case, then Ronaldo definitely has to leave.
Yeah. I tried to figure out how to sum up what I had to say, right? Because I mean, I might take the whole time to, but I mean, what I did like about the program last week is the fact that you all took time to kind of go into and I think Cave said it, for far too long we have the media pushing their agenda against players, and the fans don't have the other side of the story to kind of balance it out and kind of try to make truth, because Jody did allude to the fact that it have your side, my side, and then the truth, right? And sometimes we as the fans, we don't have the two sides, so that we could try to make some form or try to understand where the middle ground is, so we could try to make sense out of the two, and where there are consistencies, we will say, well, okay, this seeming closer to what the truth might be. Now, that being said, I don't know what kind of implications it will have if every footballer who feels aggrieved comes out and starts to talk. I don't know what kind of implication that'll have, right? Because we're talking about players who feel a particular way going and I mean, I guess not every, and what was most upsetting for me about this Ronaldo interview is probably, in my opinion, if Ronaldo had gone, I mean, he'd take his he go in his office and he put up a camera and he just started to talk to the camera, make it a little more personable, and share certain things, probably I might have received it different. But I saw plenty motives. I saw plenty motives in it. Right? The fact that you went with Piers Morgan, that was calculated. It was intentional because he wanted to send a certain message. Right? He wanted to tell Man United that, hey, I so want this divorce that are going to sit down with one of our enemies. Because if you look at Piers Morgan's, the way how Piers Morgan conducted this interview, he kept feeding and fueling fire. More so when it came to talking about the position of the club, talking about the coaches, talking about the ex-players. Piers Morgan was just feeding into negative narratives to paint our club in a really, really bad way. So for me, that started this whole thing for me downward. Whether Cristiano Ronaldo came to say, genuine things out of a place of concern, the fact that you went with this man kind of tell me, hey, it's a concern. This is you coming here to talk about yourself, right? And probably throw the club under the bus. This wasn't you trying to really help the club grow to our next place. You said with Piers, nah, I didn't get it. I couldn't get it after that. Right? No way I could have still answered, yeah, but you're talking truth, I mean, the Glazers this and the Glazers that. Like, we didn't know that already. Like, we didn't protest and get the Liverpool game cancelled before. Right? What it is you going to do with Piers, right, to change what we already trying to do as fans. Right? And I am actually seeing certain steps being taken, right, by the club to try to make things better. Earlier, we can't get this thing done overnight. So for you to come out and try to, make me feel as though you so care about this club, that you want to be this pillar. And we say, if I'm the first one to start it, well, then so be it. And if I'm the one to look rubbish, as far as I'm concerned, that is rubbish. And he trying to play us as fans. Right? I'm not feeding into that narrative. As I said before, probably if Ronaldo had sat down in his house and had a camera on and he just started to talk on his own, right, without being, fed by Piers Morgan, I may have received it differently. Right? Secondly, it had some things that he said that and guys, please, I don't want to seem, insensitive. Help me as we go along here, right? Now, when Ronaldo's, daughter, the unfortunate incident with his daughter, and when she had died, that was during
his son,
the season.
His son.
Sorry, his son.
His
son.
The
His
daughter
son
was
had
sick.
died.
Daughter had the flu.
Right. So when his son had died, right, that was during the season, last season or so.
Yeah.
Right.
I can't remember the exact timing, to be honest.
But it would have been
Yeah,
last
so we
season.
played Liverpool, because we played Liverpool sometime after the league, so it was any season. Yeah.
So now I know people grieve differently, right? But to the extent as to how, Ronaldo made this look as though, the club didn't support it, it had me a little bit concerned because during the time when your kid passed, you came and you played every game. You didn't miss a game. And I remember we were here talking and saying, but I mean, this man mentality, this man is a monster, right? It's so much, that your child passed away. We were expecting that, you'd have taken time because, I mean, this is something tragic. Nobody wants to go through that. And Ronaldo came and Ronaldo didn't miss a game for the rest of the season. But now, your daughter was in hospital for a week and you miss a month of preseason. The maths not mathsing, right? Now I was saying before, no, I'll correct me because I just trying to understand something.
Sometimes it could hit you at different points at different times.
Right. So all right.
At some point you might realize that family more important than
no
maybe I make a mistake then, but now I need to take that time.
Yeah, but I don't think it's a mistake, right?
It's possible.
Fine. So
right,
I am looking at it.
Let me stop in the tracks and correct you before you go further down and we forget about what you're saying, right? Now, the man came out and said, "Oh, now you questioning how he came back out after his son died and play football, right?" The man came out and he said that his wife, well, his girlfriend, after discussing whatever, that is how he would have handled at that point in time the threat to take away somebody's stress off him. That is how he would have handled it. That is when the man came out and said, "Me saying that off the top of my head." So you can't come down the road and ball and you never lost a child, I never lost a child, Neko, JP and Phil. So we don't know what it feels like. You understand? So you can't tell somebody how, and this will just upset me with all you. You can't tell somebody how to grieve at the end of the day.
Right.
You
And
understand?
let me come back to you on that,
right,
JP.
Right? And to that point, I will just correct you on that point. That's how he was handling it at that point in time. Continue.
No problem. And I respect that, I respect that. But let me talk about, real life here and how if you are an employee, when something happens to you, you have a period where it's allowed for you to grieve. We ain't saying that you can't grieve beyond that, And I think the club would have made provisions for Ronaldo to grieve during that time. But when you come after the fact, because, it's now starting to hit you, you have to understand that this is a contract this man under. And the club is expecting that now you would honor your contract. Now, I'm not saying that he can't grieve and I just said people differently. I'm trying to look at it how the club looking at it. Well, Ronaldo, we gave you the time to grieve. No, but hear him out, Jody. Hear him out. Right? And so obviously there may have been some kind of, now you're coming with this. This is we under a new coach. We want to build something differently, and you're going to miss a whole month, right? And on top of that, Jody, let's don't forget that a lot of credible sources confirmed that while Ronaldo was, taking time for his family and so forth and so on, his agent was out there meeting with different people. You know what I'm saying? So how you as a club official would sit down and receive that kind of information? You come in 6 months after and asking for a month off because it now hit you. Now, if any of we here could go in our job, experience a loss, work through that time, and then come 6 months after and ask for a month, I don't know if your job will give you that. Now, we could argue that at this level, probably it's different, but for you to come out and say that you didn't feel as though the club supported you, this is what I'm putting to the table here. Right? There's a standard, and this is how normal people look at stuff. And we know people different. We know that. We ain't arguing that. But you come now, at this point in time, a real suspect point in time, where your agent all about the place, and you now starting to agree.
Well, Reem, remember, this interview supposed to do since August. Early full September or August, late September. He supposed to say he wanted to do this interview. So for whatever was his reason to hold back from since August to now, I will know. You understand? But it's not, don't say he now coming to say that because he wanted to do this interview since the end of August. He did say it. It's just for whatever reason he hold back. I don't know. But he did hold back. So you can't say he now coming out. Continue.
I will say that Ronaldo's decisions to some extent do affect the club on the field, right? So if, let's say, coming up to January now, right, Ronaldo decides he wants a month off, right? I look at it from a football perspective and more not a business perspective, right? If one of my strikers, and I'm lacking in the striking department, I have an unfit Martial and just Ronaldo, right? Now, if one of my strikers, a month before the January transfer window or a couple weeks before the January transfer window, says he needs some time off, I myself as a coach has to say, you know what? I need to go to the board and do two things. Allow my player Ronaldo to get some time off, one, and two, I may need some funds to dip into the transfer market, right? That is all about being proactive instead of being reactive.
Yeah, but
right?
depends on what you want the time off for. That's the next thing.
Well,
They can't just
this
come.
based on this based
Yeah.
on the Ronaldo situation, right? If you are, and to go back to what Reem said, right, in terms of like 6 months later down the road, if your job won't give you that, it's different. It's different, and I'm talking from like being living in Canada, right? That they will definitely give you that for sure because they believe in mental health and all of that, right? So they definitely would do that, right? But going back to England and Manchester United, would they do that? I don't know. I have no
Chances are
idea.
they may, chances
Yeah,
are they may,
yeah,
right? But
yeah.
what I'm saying is, what I'm finding it strange is that you'll come out and say that the club, you perceiving that the club did not support and believe you, right? And that's the issue I have when you look at the timeline and how, things would normally happen. The club, I am not seeing, and especially considering where, while that going on, multiple reports from credible sources coming out telling us that your agent talking to other clubs because you want to leave.
Yeah.
So what it is, so how you want people to respond to that? You
And
know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Jody.
in the interview, I gotta let you land, Jody. In the interview, it's kind of contradicting, right? Now, don't get me wrong. I know Ronaldo's English is not the best, but you coming on Pierce Morgan, who only speaks English, the viewers are going to clip what you said, right? So, in a part of the interview, he said that the senior executives have disrespected him, right? I said, okay, no problem. But then later on in the interview, you said you've never held conversation with the Glazers, right?
With the
So
Glazers, yeah.
who could it be? Could it be Richard Arnold? No. Could it be Ed Woodward? No. In my opinion, I don't think it's those two, right? So then who left, right? Those are the only two outside of the Glazers that I can think of. So it's kind of contradictory, right? You never really spoke to the Glazers, and I myself can't see Ronaldo speaking with Ed Woodward or Richard Arnold going over Ten Hag or on Solskjaer's head just to speak to them. I just can't see that happening, right? That's like if any of us had to go over our manager and speak to the CEO of something going on in the club, that wouldn't be received well.
Yeah. Jody, before you look at some comments, right? Richard saying here, Jody, we taking the World Cup this year, right? Simeon saying here, keep talking bad about Ronaldo and see how much times Ronaldo Mafia go freeze Nico. Simeon saying here, man went with a lighter and Morgan had the
Yeah,
what's
the
the
fuel.
the gas waiting to burn down Old Trafford. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jody.
Hey, watch me. Nothing is going to change with this interview, nothing. I talking about on Ten Hag side, Ronaldo side, Manchester side, because somehow or the other them just going to come to agreement, You understand? And I go leave people like me and the rest of the world fighting up and why you do this or why you think this. You feel Ronaldo didn't talk to his lawyers to know what he's going to do. You feel he just going to do that just so? That's a big interview, So
yeah, because
that is why the club now looking at different angles where they could come at him.
Correct.
Because apparently Ronaldo covered his bases, So it have people out there on social media balling, oh, he breached a contract and this and that and the club go sue him and this and that. You feel Ronaldo know that?
It could have not been a breach because he break the trust and confidence with his employers, so they could take that as a breach of the contract.
What he breaching his contract? I want to tell me
trust
that.
Trust and confidence.
Trust and confidence, Jody.
Trust and confidence. There's an implied term in contracts. The trust and confidence. And if you break, because he went outside of the club and he did an interview that basically shit on the club. You speak badly about your manager. He spoke badly about the owners. He spoke badly about the runner of the club. He spoke badly about the manager. So therefore, he basically brought the club into disrepute. So he break.
All you shooting yourself in all your own foot.
No, Jody.
Cover his bases. You can't.
Nah, he didn't.
He didn't.
well, we go see, Jody, as you say, we go see. We go see.
Yeah.
We go see.
You know when Juju talk, Juju does talk, you know. Yeah.
No, I hear you.
Juju might know. Juju might know to the
Watch
Jody,
there.
but we go see.
As we said in the last one, probably he could have done it differently. We don't know how he could have done it. Reem give a suggestion, go on a live, do your thing by yourself, you understand? But the man come out and do it, and to me, he cover his bases, you understand?
Nah, you ain't sure that
I don't think so. I don't think so, Jody.
Where he make the mistake. Where he make the biggest mistake, Jody. He do have interview in English. That's the biggest mistake he made. Because he doesn't have a proper command of the English language. So therefore, that's why it wasn't very clear what he was trying to say, and he came across as kind of contradictory too.
No, Reem in there, but I can say something right now.
JP, you go start to speak just now too.
Exactly. Oh my God! Oh my! I can say something though. If we know Cristiano Ronaldo is a guy who loves the attention on himself, right? 1, 2. There's no more controversial. There's no one who's more controversial than Piers Morgan in the entire UK. That's my opinion, right? You can find anybody else. I don't think there's anybody more controversial than Piers Morgan, right? Now, at the end of the day, when Ronaldo gets to that level, any person that gets to that level, you just don't do things normally, right? I would say one thing, and I think most of you guys know this: Ronaldo loves it when the attention is on him, right? And if you go back to when we signed Ronaldo, right? What was the biggest transfer story that summer before we signed Ronaldo? Lionel Messi is leaving Barcelona and signing for PSG, right? That was the biggest transfer story before Man United signed Ronaldo, right? That was trending all over the world. When it had announced that Manchester United was bringing back home the prodigal son, that broke the internet. It has been the most retweeted tweet ever in Twitter history. Not in football history, not in sports news history, in Twitter history. That broke the internet, right? Now, fast forward to this week where Ronaldo, biggest superstar in the world, most followed guy on Instagram, is being interviewed by the most controversial human in the entire UK. Fire and gas.
To me also, right? To me also, I think Ronaldo did that because he wants to leave. And the reason, but the only thing is, I still can't understand why he attacked Ten Hag, you know. And the only thing I could hear how I seen this, right?
Because just 1 second before you go, ask a question why he attacked Ten Hag. That is when Ajax kick out Juventus out of the Champions League in the quarterfinals.
Right, possibly, right?
Yeah.
But look at this. So let me say, if I Ronaldo shoes, I just saying, right? So yesterday had a preseason, but now who you're depending on? You're depending on Martial, Rashford, Sancho, right? Rashford last season, we know the season Rashford had last season. Martial last season, he couldn't see the team. He went to Sevilla, he failed, come back. So now Ten Hag saying, here what Ronaldo, you have to play right now, you have to play behind these two fellas. You're not going to start in front of them two fellas, just saying. So to me, Ronaldo seeing that without really having Rashford and Martial having any output at all, could say, but he could feel disrespected because I the player who scored 32 goals or 24 goals for United last season. These fellas had barely scored 10 goals, but now you telling me that I had to sit down and watch these fellas play? In terms of that, I can understand Ronaldo feeling disrespected with now. Oh, I thought Reem freeze there again. Yeah. I could see that, right? I could see that. And Ronaldo might have feel, well, I don't need that preseason because look at him in the right? He might have taken it away. And even if I couldn't make the preseason, then when I come back, I shouldn't be on the bench for no length of time because again, is Martial and Rashford who I'm more or less competing with. But if you watch even the results with Ronaldo in the team on that Ten Hag, it has not been great.
All right.
It has not been great.
Let me throw something later here, right, Nico? And with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so far for the season, how things play off. When Martial play Rashford, not so much Sancho, well, Anthony, right? The team does play better, right?
But is that a fact, eh? We are saying that, eh?
No,
It's a fact, yeah. It's a fact.
Listen, well, right, I was saying.
Uh-huh.
The team playing better. When Ronaldo in the team not playing better. Without telling you. The team don't want him.
No. That has to do to me. That has to do with the team.
Don't tell me that.
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Because you have seen when Ronaldo was on the field, most of the players try to service Ronaldo.
Right.
And to me, that is what is affecting the team. That is what, because the team is not playing as a team. The team is playing for Ronaldo.
But even with that, Jody.
The service they're giving Ronaldo, right? The service they're giving him is opportunity to score. It's just him not scoring them. So he can't.
Yes,
right.
So what Ten Hag do after that? So what you want Ten Hag to do after
exactly.
Who you going
so
to replace
that's
Anthony
but
injured. Martial injured. So what you going to do?
Jody, Jody. Yeah, but Jody, what you doing there? But what you doing there, Jody, is you actually cementing what the choices Ten Hag making, because Martial not staying fit, right? He wasn't staying fit whole time. Ronaldo get all the chances. People giving him ball. He getting chances to score for himself, and he not taking it.
Complain? You ever hear me complain about that? No.
Right, so that's what I'm saying. So he now coming, and I think this is why people getting upset with him saying that Ten Hag disrespect him, because he get the chances from Ten Hag, and if Ronaldo was scoring those chances that he was getting, there would never be no listen. I present too.
Yeah.
If Ronaldo was scoring chances, right? It would never have a conversation about if Martial should be starting over him, because Ronaldo would have been scoring and the team would have been winning, and there would not be a need to replace him as a striker. But he get the chances and he didn't take it.
JP, I'm not disagreeing with all you. I'm not disagreeing with all you.
Right.
I come on the podcast plenty time and I say that. You understand? Once the team playing good, I have no problem with that. You understand?
Right.
Ronaldo problem with Eric Ten Hag, that between he and Eric Ten Hag, and clearly is because Ten Hag say, you didn't bring him on. Look, I'm going to repeat myself from the last show. Ten Hag say, I didn't bring you on in the City game because of your legacy and whatever. But then they come to bring him on 3 minutes before the game done. So you could now bring on Garnacho. You could now bring on Ilanga. You could now bring on somebody else. Look, Ilanga playing now. And Ilanga playing 40 minutes, 45 minutes, 60 minutes. So what was the difference then to play 3 minutes?
So Anthony injured. So Jody, let me ask you something.
In Ronaldo eyes,
Anthony injured.
In Ronaldo eyes, that come like a disrespect to he. I calling it as all Ronaldo.
What was that disrespect?
That's the best.
Right.
The best thing you say is in Ronaldo eyes.
Exactly.
Ronaldo.
Right. Lama.
I seen it as all the man say, dog. He find it as a disrespect.
But let me just put a stall here, right?
Yeah,
let me just put a stall here, because I think one of the issues, and I think Nico probably touched on it pretty, in the way how Ronaldo would have been seeing it. Ronaldo looking at the fact that they didn't bring any real striker to say compete with me. I was the top goal scorer last season, right? So Ronaldo don't think in terms of competition he have any competition in that striking department. That's how Ronaldo would have gone into the season thinking, right? So for him coming back in, even though he didn't get a preseason, it was light work for him. He was supposed to just walk in that team based on his reputation, based on what he achieved last season. Ten Hag is trying to reset culture. And part of that resetting culture simply means that, listen, we're playing based on form. And yes, while he say nobody bigger, I still believe he would have... You can't just treat Ronaldo like all the other players.
True.
So I firmly believe that would have been part of the discussion on Ronaldo, and Ten Hag would have told Ronaldo, pre-season, you're not there, your fitness level, even though you think you fit, your fitness level not up to where I want your fitness level to be. And even when Ronaldo played, we saw his fitness was off, right?
Yeah.
Bedford.
Now, yeah. Now the thing about the Tottenham and the City game, right? I be honest with you. That excuse Ten Hag give was rubbish, right? Respect for career, I ain't buying that. He just didn't. Ronaldo wasn't gonna come in and do nothing different. So he said, "Hey, here we're gonna let me bring on somebody." Now the Tottenham game where Ronaldo had the opportunity. If Ten Hag did not bring on Ronaldo, the issue would have been why he didn't bring on Ronaldo. Now the issue was why he'll give him only 3 minutes. Jody, what way to understand is that Ronaldo wants to play every game. And if Ronaldo does not play every game, there will be an issue. Right? So 3 minutes, 2 minutes, half an hour, if Ronaldo starts, it will always have a problem.
True.
And that is what it's coming down to.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying, you know. But I telling you, from my point of view, my opinion is that you can't be one of the greatest players in the world and you bringing me on for 3 minutes. That is a disrespect to me.
Yeah, but Jody, what I'm saying is his form hasn't been anything to write home about.
All right, well, leave him on the bench. Let the media talk.
But that's a problem. That's a problem.
In the City game, he did that in the City game, and what's that problem? He leave him on the bench.
I actually agree with Jody. I agree with Jody. I would not.
Watch me and let the media stop them trouble then. Because if you realize all of this is about selling news, the media want things to talk about.
Well, I could kind of write off what Jody said. If we had lost versus Spurs, then I can see the media saying, "Why didn't you bring on Ronaldo? Why didn't you start Ronaldo?" But we were so dominant and in controlling of that game. I think the media would have more swayed to us winning versus obviously there's some media outlets that have their agenda against Manchester United. And they were probably picked up, they won 2-0, but Ronaldo was on the bench, and they were probably zooming on Ronaldo's face, or looking all grim like a sideman, and all of that would have been published in those media outlets that have an agenda, right? But we were bossing around Spurs, right? So I would have probably not even given Ronaldo a chance. I would say, you know what? Leave him on the bench. What if he got injured?
Yeah, but Phil, as you say, Ronaldo not coming on for that game, that would have been a big talking point also. As we would have said, that would have been a massive talking point also.
Ronaldo not coming on, or Ronaldo staying on the bench?
He's staying on the bench and not coming onto the field. That would have been a big issue also.
Ronaldo not coming on with Manchester losing to Spurs would have been a bigger issue.
Exactly.
Ronaldo not coming on and Manchester United beating Spurs. I tell
you.
But
then now, it would have been a issue to who? That's not what it would have been to who? Because if Ronaldo didn't come on in the Spurs game, right, with us how we played, it would have been a issue to him, and he'd have still say he felt disrespected by Ten Hag.
I don't think so.
Of course, come on. You think he'd have sat down on that bench comfortable for the whole game? We win comfortable, and Ronaldo stay quiet. If you have seen every game that we did well in, Ronaldo made it about himself. Ronaldo would have taken away the spotlight from the team onto himself. So who tell you he would not do the same thing? He would have done the same thing.
I don't think so, because if
Phil, spot on. He would have made it about himself.
Everybody.
He wasn't even playing against Fulham, and look at what happened.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And tell me that wasn't calculated.
I don't
Guys,
think so.
So here's what we want to do, because looking at the time, and I know we want to touch on the World Cup as well, right? Arun on the inside, good night, buddy. Thanks for joining, man. So I want to there was a part of the interview that kind of bothered me, right? And this is when he started to talk about the coaching, and I mean, I know we touched a lot on Ten Hag, so probably do want to go back there. But these are some of the kind of inconsistencies I'm talking about in his stories, right? So let me get some quotes here. Ronaldo, he was talking about Oli. He said, "I think he was a top person, right, because of what I kept inside my heart." No, I read into this, Oli was good to him, right? You need much more time. Now listen to this here. But I never doubt he's going to be a good coach in the future. Right? Going on. He said when you sack Ollie, you should bring a top manager, not a sports director. Right? He went on. He said, in the end, deep inside me, I never saw Ragnick as the boss because I saw some points that I never agreed with. All right? Going on. I've always been besides the best coaches in the world. I respect any coach. Every different approach, different opinions, different mentality, but some points you won't agree with, and that's fair. He said, I have some experience because I worked with Zidane, Ancelotti, Allegri, Mourinho, and Fernando Santos as the Portuguese manager. So I learned from them. Going on. It's something that I don't understand with new coaches that are coming around. They think they need to find the last Coca-Cola in the desert. I don't understand. And basically saying is, the evolution of the game, right? The changing plenty about how the game played. When you see some new coaches, and he'll say it here, they want the revolution in football. I don't agree. I have my opinion. But it's part of the business. But at the end of the day, I'm in a club to win. Right? Now, I want to go back to a comment. Sorry, go ahead, Phil.
Now, I keep it short. I can't wait till the day Ronaldo becomes a coach. That's all I'm going to say.
I don't think he would be. I don't think he would be. I
can't wait till the day Ronaldo becomes a coach 10 or 15 years from now. I can't wait.
I ain't seen that. I'm not saying that. I ain't seen that.
You can't do that.
Yeah.
No. Ronaldo before Ten Hag was appointed, because he did comment and say he didn't know who Ten Hag was. Ronaldo was asked about him and he said
clearly he didn't know with Ajax.
Sorry, Ragnick here, right? And he's saying
Ragnick.
Ragnick.
Okay.
Yeah, he arrived just now. He arrived here 5 weeks ago. He's changed many things, but he needs time to put his ideas through, and the players on the pitch as well. I believe he's going to do a good job. Right? Now, let me tell you something. I believe it all went wrong with Ronaldo's viewpoint of Ragnick when Ragnick wanted to play a particular way and Ronaldo was not aiding that. And I'll go back to the City game when Ragnick told, and it was widely reported, that Ragnick told Ronaldo, well, you will be starting in this game because he wanted to press City. And Ronaldo was injured and Ronaldo went to Portugal. And I think that is when this initial opinion changed. Mm-hmm. Right? And then you saw when Ragnick pulled him off against some game, I can't remember who it was, and he was kind of on the side bench and Ragnick has
a sticker again. You see how good?
Yeah, keep that. Keep that.
No, sticker. Yes, sticker, Reem. I think you got to move on to the World Cup, boy. You got to talk about the World Cup, boy.
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on, boy. The mafia. But guys, basically, I mean, the before I cut off again, right? The inconsistencies in Ronaldo's approach and his comments on the coaches, I think it's unfair, right? It all coming down to which coach favors me, right? Oli never dropped Ronaldo. He's a good person in the heart. Ragnick was good. He will get things done until Ragnick decided to drop Ronaldo. Right? Ten Hag. He spoke well about Ten Hag before because they asked him about Ten Hag. Right? And it's only after he have no respect for Ten Hag. Simply because Ten Hag did not come in there and say, well, hey, Ronaldo first, everything after. And that's the issue. Ronaldo has to be able to accept now that he's declining. And I mean, as Rooney put it, it's a natural process. Rooney had to deal with it, so he knows what he's saying.
Yeah.
Rooney had to deal with becoming an older player and certain levels or aspects of your game dropping off. And you just had to accept the fact that you're not the player you was. Right? And coaches looking for younger players to do different things now. Why that's just so difficult for Ronaldo to accept? Right? And I think this is the problem that Ronaldo having, and this is why we're here having this discussion. Nothing to do with the Glazers, nothing to do with the Glazers, nothing to do with the cooks, nothing to do with the jacuzzi. It's because Ronaldo cannot accept his decline.
And what making it worse is his mental state at the moment. I think if mentally he was in a right place, I think because goal scoring, the chances that Ronaldo would have gotten, you don't take age to finish those chances. You know,
Exactly.
experience alone could take those chances for you. However, being mentally not in the right place, I think that is what has affected him most. And let me see the Portugal coach at the cojones to drop him, because you see what
I think
Nah,
I think Ronaldo will do well for
because
Portugal, you know.
he'll do well. He'll
Let
do
me
well
tell
with Portugal.
let me tell you why.
You drop
let me
Ronaldo.
let me hear this one.
I don't know if I
You
still
drop
on.
Ronaldo on the biggest stage of world football. You're done. You're
That's
done.
Yeah.
Done.
You see,
But
Dream
they look good. They look good
say,
without him the other day.
as Dream say, I thought he feel like go drop him. Watch you
Yeah.
play my game.
No, but
Portugal could be in the final versus Argentina, and Fernando Santos got
Yeah.
Ronaldo on the bench, and Portugal win the World Cup. You know what the media can zoom in on, Nico? Not
Yeah.
Portugal winning the World
That's what
Cup.
Yeah.
the end of Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they look good. They look good without Ronaldo. During the week, I think it was Senegal, Nigeria they played. They look good. Bruno looks sharp, and for some reason, Bruno does always look better with Ronaldo off the field.
True.
Yeah, and you saw it again.
You got to worry.
Dream,
Yeah,
and
but-
Jody working at Juju there, boy.
Pressure, Jody boy, it's Jody and a boy.
I tell you, let the man and Ten Hag and the club sort out the little marital problem they have it. You understand?
Yeah, and I don't have a problem with people sorting out the marital problem on that low, but he come out and airing dirty laundry. That is you.
I glad,
Yeah.
watch me, as I say in the last show, I glad he come out and between he and Ten Hag, I even had one side. Between he and Ten Hag, I didn't really like the way he went about it. You understand?
Exactly.
I will keep saying when he stormed off the field in pre-season and in the against Spurs, I end up for them shipping us. You understand? But that do say the man is not a good player. You understand? That do say the man is not a good player. Football-wise, the man is a good player. So let them trash out the business. You understand?
Yeah. Yeah, let me get some
You
comments
see?
in here. Let me get some
What's going on?
comments here, fellas. Did I get this one before? Okay, yes, I did. Simeon saying here, if Ronaldo scored against Tottenham late, they would praise Ten Hag. And all his late subs have been impacting the game. So Ronaldo don't know, but he walk off. And the word is uncoachable. Right? He also saying here, watch Portugal coach get escorted off the field and put in Qatari prison for talking. Hey, caveman on the inside, man. He said, hold your ground, buddy. Don't let these men bully you with fake news.
Yeah, boy, Cave, boy. Yeah. Watch me, Cave, if it's still there, they realize. They just gang up on me, you know. They go bring in only one Ronaldo fan and all fellas, the media attack. He in the middle, you understand? He go be, you understand, bouncing in between my points, them boy points. But you see that top panel there?
Yeah. We just call it as we see it, boy, Jody, boy. We just call it as we see it.
I just watch me, you see, and I say,
And you're backing your player, you know what I mean?
no,
Nothing wrong with
not
that.
back in the player, I know. I calling it from a different angle for it too. You understand? And that is where we here for. Everybody had a different opinion.
Yeah, for sure.
You understand?
As Phil said last show, if everybody was agreeing, it would be a boring program, right?
Yeah.
So it's good.
Yeah.
You understand?
But don't worry, my back strong. It could take relics. You understand?
The Vendra on the inside, good night, man. He's saying, don't be surprised if Ronaldo finished top scorer of the World Cup. The man is a free agent now, looking to attract clubs. With the interview in front of the world.
All kind of slight in this
Yeah.
thing. But I would be surprised, to be honest. I think he had a bit of pressure to perform. Because I said before, for the Portugal national team, he has struggled. For United, he hasn't been in top form, so I think he is going into the World Cup under a bit of pressure. If it is that, All right.
No, no,
As
I
he
think
himself would have said,
here is
as
my
he himself would
answer
have
to you,
said,
right?
he's a human. Eh?
Being as his last World Cup, Ronaldo, he know that it's his last chance to win. Yes, he could be under pressure to perform, but he going inside is so cool, calm, and relax and play
You
his
stay
game.
there
You
and feel so,
understand?
Jody.
Yeah.
You stay there and feel so.
His mentality.
Because I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why he have a coach who as Ole
Who
go
won't
say,
drop him? Who won't drop him?
Exactly.
Who he can control.
Who won't drop him?
right.
Who he can
You understand?
control. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So he going in there cool
Yeah.
as a cucumber, but that's still a stopping that's still a stopping Belgium or Germany from knocking them out.
I still think Belgium is one of the most overrated sides in this World Cup. Sorry.
Well, guys, let me close off this aspect of the program, and let's move on to World Cup now because World Cup starting tomorrow, right? And we want to touch on that happenings, right? Kevin saying here, Jesus walked so Jody could run Ryan.
Right.
Caveman. He also saying here Ronaldo going to score about 2 goals in the World Cup, 3 tops. He's 1 away from equaling Portugal's top scorer.
Yeah. What group Portugal in again? They freeze
again. Welcome to all United World Cup edition. Let me go now.
Come back. Hey, what group Portugal in again? I think they're
In
not
Uruguay
difficult.
group. In Uruguay group.
Yeah, I think they're not difficult group, you know.
Who Uruguay got? They got Darwin Núñez and Suarez or Cavani. No, Suarez retired. No.
No Suarez playing.
Suarez, yeah.
Okay.
So, fellas, we could move on.
Portugal.
Yeah,
For sure. Portugal with Ghana, Uruguay, and Korea Republic.
All right, nice.
Yeah.
So, so World Cup, guys. I mean, Manchester United on pause, follow. Right, and we go into favorite countries, and we don't know Jody is a do or die Brazilian, right? I think I got drop off again. I'm not sure, guys. Right? I might drop off just now again, right?
No, you're going to talk about Ronaldo anymore.
Yeah, good there.
I said that. You're
Talk about World Cup.
All right. Nice. So, do you fellas think, and those in the comments, right? We realize a lot of injuries taking place, and just recently Benzema out,
Yeah, boy.
right? Mane out, Pogba out.
Pogba high in
Well,
that
again.
person.
Yeah, some big
now
Kante, some big
Kimpembe-
players.
Kimpembe, so
Kimpembe,
Mane.
and-
It's our Mane.
Sadio
yeah,
Mane,
Mane,
out,
and
Mane.
Cuckoo.
and Cuckoo.
Yeah, a
Italy.
lot of players going. Yeah.
Italy.
Italy? Yeah, a lot of big players, going to be missing out. Or you think those absences going to affect in any way the quality of the football we go see? I mean,
Nah.
when you look at
Not at all.
who Mane this play for?
Senegal.
Senegal.
I mean, he does make a big difference for this team, and
He does,
without him, Senegal go perform at any kind
And
of...
Senegal playing Monday. They play Monday. Senegal playing Monday.
Yeah.
I don't think that's gonna affect the World Cup in any way.
No, it wouldn't. But I mean, from
Yeah.
our point of view, the quality of football that we go see now, I think these fellas these missing players they go miss anything by.
And here what I say no, because if we think about COVID, right? We would have had games in empty stadiums for COVID, and we enjoyed it. So we having the World Cup with thousands of fans having that energy in the crowd. I'm not seeing any player missing going to affect any game. To be honest, what it would affect is maybe the particular team, because they would have built their team, especially a player like Mane, around the team, around how well the team would have done.
Yeah, the style of football.
Yes.
Yeah.
However, it won't affect the quality of the World Cup as a whole. I not seen that.
I can tell you what this World Cup is about. This World Cup is about 2 sets of things, right? The first thing is the superstars, which are your Kylian Mbappe, Ronaldo versus Messi, Neymar, and I think that's about it, right? And then, believe it or not, the second thing is the cameraman at the World Cup.
Cameraman.
Over all the World Cups, the cameraman has zoomed in on some very beautiful females and what they've been doing.
I know that.
The man who tells us at the World Cup, okay? I rest in peace.
Nice. I mean, fair play. You know, we've experienced a lot of different World Cups. I mean, we are alive long enough to have seen and witnessed a lot. Right, fellas, let me do some history here. Let me go on some, If you all have to go back through the years and look at a particular tournament, well, a World Cup final, right? And the final is the tournament, right? Which past World Cup would you say was the best so far? And you're hoping that 2022 Qatar top it.
94 finals.
98, boy. That 98. That 98 was a big one.
94 finals, boy.
94? That USA?
Not necessarily finals. Not necessarily
The
competition.
tournament itself.
Yeah, the tournament.
Yeah.
The tournament. Yeah, they call it the World Cup finals. Yeah.
2006.
I think France.
South Africa.
Yeah. 2006 is a good show. Even the last World Cup where it was France versus Argentina, that semi-final, boy. I actually enjoyed that.
2006, I'd like to see Trinidad play in our World Cup, boy. Seriously.
Oh,
you didn't see it?
No, I'm talking about live now, like actually being
in Germany. Winning Germany.
Yeah, 2006.
I know.
I hear Peter Crouch come out and admit that goal shouldn't stand.
Yeah,
but that was come out and admitted because this Trinidadian broadcaster from in the UK, so something I forget his name. What brought it to Peter Crouch's attention at first, that Trinidadians dislike him because of that incident.
No, Trinidadians dislike Peter Crouch?
No, at that point in time, now. At that
point in time, Peter Crouch is bad for a tall man, boy. A tall man, I
I read him for that,
Yeah, a tall man, he was bad, boy.
Yeah, you had a real thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to go and sit. Which World Cup was in France?
98, boy.
98.
Yeah, that's got to be some of the best football.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, but I feel it was a sellout, eh? I feel it was a sellout for France, eh? But
yeah, that was a sellout.
but no.
It was.
But the quality of footballers around that time, way.
You're talking about the long drops. You're talking about Zidane, Henry. You understand the Mexicans, Blanco,
Ronaldinho,
Rivaldo, Roberto Carlos. That's back in the day when Brazil's starting 11 was from number 1 to 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah. Farrell was the goalkeeper for Brazil. What's that?
Davos Suka. Some quality, some top players, and everybody performing.
Yeah.
I remember the Dutch team.
Remember the Dutch team, there was still Pablo Ayman.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. The football fans, I guess, under the age of like 21 right now, 30 years from now, they can say, "Yo, that World Cup that had in Messi and
Ronaldo,
Neymar and Ronaldo and Mbappe."
Yeah.
Yeah, well, 98
for me,
1998.
Yeah, 98 was the best for me. I mean, Zidane was. I mean, even though the World Cup was Zidane headbutt Maserati, whatever.
Materazzi.
2002.
What World Cup that was?
2002.
Yeah, but 94 would have been mine. Because that's the first time I see my team actually win the World Cup.
A World Cup?
Yeah, because
2002, you say?
No, 94.
94,
yeah.
Because I watch my support in Brazil since I
I think that's a Caribbean default, though. You got to support Brazil.
I agree. That's Caribbean default. I agree. But thing about it is we Caribbean people, we like style, we like flair.
Yeah.
So that is why it's natural for us to gravitate to Brazil.
that.
Because of that natural ability to want to beat a man. You know, Brazilian are looking just to pass. We looking to make you look bad, put your leg, right? Do I really pull it to your leg, then make a pass? Why they were Brazilian about, and that what Chileans like to see.
Yeah.
You know, so.
No, I like to see Brazil style of football. I think was in 2002, was in the 2002 World Cup where they I think was 50 something passes, and then they score without the next team without touching the ball, 50 something passes, and bam, goal.
I could give a little credit to the 2010 World Cup only because the theme song, the best theme songs out.
The vibe.
Which
I think South Africa. South Africa.
Waka
Shakira.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Waka Waka win. Yeah, Waka Waka win. Up to today, Waka Waka win.
Up to today.
Yeah.
I can put wave your flag. I can put wave your flag up there as well too.
Yeah, waving.
I find so.
Waving flag.
Nah, waving flag was real up there, boy.
Of course. That is one of the biggest World Cup songs ever.
Both there.
I still find Waka Waka. All right. Let me just get some comments here, guys. All right. Trust. If we're not missing Haaland, Lewandowski, or Italy, we won't be missing Benzema, Mane, and Kuku, etc. Still enough quality for this.
I disagree with the Benzema.
Nah, I'm missing Benzema, man. I'm missing Benzema.
You have to be watching Giroud heavy touch right through for France.
Yeah.
Heavy touch watching France.
Simeon saying here, if USA don't play well, they go stop showing the World Cup broadcast on
Boy,
ultimate frisbee.
I'm joking, but I'm joking. Well, if Canada get knocked out early, all TV stations done, you know, I got 3 minutes off my laptop.
I'll be surprised if US do well this World Cup.
Yeah, they're looking good. They're looking good. Yeah, they're looking good.
They're good players, actually. I think they're some of the best players now.
Keep saying here, plus Ronaldo, Messi, and Neymar are taking points.
Include
Mbappe.
Everything else. Include Mbappe. Mbappe has won a World Cup. Mbappe has won a World Cup. None of those guys you mentioned have never won a World Cup.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. They've just saying 2006 would have been his favorite. That would have been the year Trinidad and Tobago was there. All right. Simeon saying the Dutch team in '98, with Laundrop and all them, and them. That was a quality team. Top teams in about
Davids and them fellas and them. Yep, Stam.
Yeah, boy. Anderson on the inside. Good night, man. Thanks for joining, buddy. Saying Zidane headbutt was 2006.
Okay.
Hey, watch me, Ollie. That was watch me. The 2006 World Cup was Zidane stage, you know. All this was Zidane do. That one played a World Cup after he had no fear in the world, you know, boy.
Yeah.
He ruled that World Cup until then, boy.
Yeah, boy. Simeon saying here, like Brazil till they played
Jamaica
and with more shake them up.
Yeah.
Bust. They've just saying here, Giroud finishing this World Cup as France's all-time top scorer. Imagine that. Yeah.
Boy.
What's an Mbappe? That's a new app to make payments. Yes. So, fellas, let me move on with this discussion, right? So here what we want to do. I'll point it out earlier now so I could have time to think and the comments as well. You all could get in as well. So we want your World Cup. So we're doing some predictions here. So we want to get who you predict who you want to win the World Cup and who you feel go win the World Cup, right? Who gonna get the golden boot?
Also the match that you're looking forward to.
Yes.
That one real intimate.
I looking forward to one match and one match only, buddy.
Brazil Argentina.
Nah. No? I looking forward to Iran and USA.
And that can be a final. That can be a
final. Boy, that's gonna be a match.
I ain't watching that game. I like my life.
Right. All right. While men contemplate on that, right? Let we run through the groups first. You two who you're picking to come out from the groups. The groups.
Well, Joe, before you do that, right? Let me just get these things out there, and then we could do that, right? So, World Cup winner predictor, who you think go win and who you want to win, who gonna win Golden Boot, who gonna be the MVP, the big
Golden
team
Boot
flop.
Wait, I real thoughts, boy.
Yeah. So that's why your time, right? Big team flop, which big team gonna flop, and who's the dark horse, right? Go through the groups, Jody.
All right, Group A: Qatar, Ecuador, Senegal, Netherlands.
All right, let me start with that.
Netherlands and Ecuador.
I know Qatar already pay off at least two of these teams, right?
Yeah.
But if we taking money out of it, I think that it could be between coming out the group, because it's two teams that coming out the group, right?
Yeah.
Two teams, yeah.
I can say Ecuador and
Netherlands.
I
say Senegal and Netherlands.
Yeah. I say Senegal and
If Mane was there, I would say Senegal. If Mane was there. Because I was actually putting Senegal as a dark horse.
Here what has upset me with them African teams, right? Them fellas are real quality players, you know.
Real talent.
For some reason, them
After
fellas
60
don't
minutes.
come together.
No, I tell you, after 60 minutes, them done.
I watched the game with Portugal and Nigeria. And Nigeria put a real nice team, and Nigeria couldn't even come out on half.
Yeah.
Poor. Them African teams don't give me no hope, boy. Go ahead, Jody.
Next group: England, Iran, United States, and Wales.
No, but the USA come out of that group, man. The USA come out of that group.
England and Wales.
On paper, England is supposed to come out of
England and Wales.
Supposed to be England, right?
Wales. The
USA has a really good team as well, too.
I feel England and the States. England and the States for me.
Yeah, England and the States for me.
I say England and Wales because USA goalkeeper is crap. So I can say England and Wales.
Who's the goalkeeper? Turner?
Arsenal goalkeeper, yeah. He's a roller bad word boy.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought it was the Stefan fella from City who City loan out.
Stefan
No, Stefan something. Zach Stefan or something.
Zach Stefan, yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah, I find he real good.
The last two friendlies that USA play, I think Matt Turner was starting, I think.
Okay.
Nice. Next group: Argentina, Saudi Arabia, Mexico, Poland.
I think
Mexico and Argentina. Mexico and Argentina.
Poland plays better. Poland plays better if Robert Lewandowski. So I've been seeing in the Euros, you know. So I mean,
based on.
But all of Mexico, always underestimate that Mexican team.
Mexico always.
No, but if you check the previous World Cups, Mexico was stopping CONCACAF, right? And they was having a good World Cup. But this qualification rounds going here, I know what's going on with Mexico, but I'm picking Poland and.
Yeah, but Mexico is.
That Mexican goalkeeper Guillermo Ochoa just turned into Manuel Neuer.
Yeah, of course, when it comes to World Cup, yeah.
Yeah. He's a big keeper.
This is his fifth World Cup too, right? Yeah. This is his fifth World Cup too.
Yeah.
I can say Argentina and Poland.
Who? Argentina and Poland?
Yeah.
I would fill on that one.
Nah, Mexico.
Argentina, Mexico. Argentina, Mexico.
I don't
know.
Look at Crystal Ball and Jody, definitely.
Right. So the next group we going with the Hyena squad, which is France. Then we have Australia, Denmark, and Tunisia.
France and
Denmark and France.
Yeah.
I want Tunisia to do well, but France and Denmark, honestly.
Yeah, because of Iqbal, but they go do.
Yeah. No, not Iqbal.
No, Iqbal, Hannibal.
Hannibal.
But then I want Denmark because of Ericsson too.
Ericsson.
I want Denmark to knock out too because Ericsson take some rest. Erickson played
I
every
feel
game
that
for
man-
Denmark, and then he coming back and playing every game for
Denmark-
United, you know.
Denmark win far. Denmark win far. I see them as a team that might go far. Don't underestimate them.
Yeah, France and Denmark for me. Next group, Spain, Croatia, Germany, Japan.
No, Costa Rica.
Costa Rica, my bad. Costa
Say
Rica.
that again.
Spain, Costa Rica, Germany, Japan.
That's a big group. That's a big group. That's a big group.
Croatia.
Spain and Germany were.
Not
Now
Croatia,
Spain.
Costa Rica.
Croatia, Costa Rica.
Costa, okay.
Yeah.
I said Germany too, eh?
Yeah.
Nah, dog.
Yeah,
I was
Spain,
Spain and Germany,
Spain,
but
Costa
Germany.
Rica,
That was the two
Germany,
teams in that group.
yeah, Spain and
I
Germany.
got no brain out there.
Yeah.
I going for an upset, boy. I saying Japan and Spain, boy.
Germany going home? Nah. Germany
Germany.
going to group stage.
That is time.
Kagawa.
That is time.
Germany go in that group stage. It's fire and brimstone.
Yeah, nah. I was supporting Japan until they dropped Kagawa. So fire burn Japan. Let them go.
Japan, yeah.
He wasn't injured, right? I think he now come back from an injury.
No, he didn't need to do the surgery, and it's only after they didn't pick him then he decided he wanted to go and do the surgery.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We are fire for them.
Next group.
Yeah.
Next group.
That's a comment today. Let me go to the
Nah,
comments.
that big top by Phil there. I wanted to buy that, you know.
Yeah.
Japan. Let me go.
Who you have on the back there? You have anybody in the back?
Nah, I ain't know nobody from Japan.
Oh.
I just know Japan.
Kagawa by your
You
team,
don't know Kagawa?
I know Kagawa and the guy from Arsenal.
Honda.
And even before
It's
that.
Honda,
The guy
Keisuke Honda.
Honda.
Yeah.
The guy Honda used to be for
Now,
AC Milan as well, too.
watch man, I'm gonna tell you something about Japan. Them Japanese and them, the music instructor, but them fellas intelligent, you know, that football is play.
There's
A real high level, you know.
play. There's play.
A
Yeah.
real high level of football, you know.
Yeah.
Let me get some comments, Jody, before you continue there.
Yeah.
Alright,
Group. I like group F, though.
the just saying here, want Portugal to win. I feel Argentina go take it. Final wise, I see Portugal versus Argentina. Big team flop England. Top scorer Rafinha.
Rafinha.
What?
Keep saying here Netherlands and Qatar. For me, Qatar is the group stage dark horse. Right? Netherlands is that. How Netherlands could be a dark horse though? Keep saying here USA not leaving that group, fellas. Right? Zach Stefan got left off the team. Also, he didn't make the team.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Kevin saying Mexico and Argentina from that group. Alright. The Venture, I don't know if we do now World Cup fantasy, but too late for that. We were lost points. But we can do that and match day one tomorrow.
Sunday tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yeah. Si se puede, yes you can, Mexico. Alright. Simeon also saying Japan was play serious. Yeah, telling you.
Yeah, they
Alright,
do. They do.
Jody, go through.
Belgium, Canada, Morocco, Croatia.
Boy,
Belgium and
I-
Croatia.
Belgium and Croatia.
I say Canada and Croatia.
Nice. I'm filling the people country, eh? So full of what
You gotta say that.
I don't know who watching this podcast, but I say Canada and Croatia.
I answer my dark horse is Canada, and I'm picking Belgium and Canada to go through.
Wait, now your dark horse is Canada for the
Dark horse
tournament.
is
Canada?
Yeah.
Nah, you got lost real money, boy. You don't better.
That was to do what, boy?
Jody, don't bet no money.
That was to do what?
Betting no money, but without the juju.
That is all the groups there, Jody?
Nah, it had two more
Yeah.
groups. It had
Go through.
Brazil, Serbia, Switzerland, and Cameroon.
Brazil and Switzerland.
Yeah, me myself.
Brazil and Cameroon.
Alright.
Them African teams,
Yeah,
boy,
yeah,
GP.
because-
man.
I give it.
I no
Say
faith
that
in
group
them,
again.
boy.
Brazil, Switzerland, Cameroon, and who?
Serbia.
I go with Serbia, Brazil.
So the other thing too,
Everybody split
but
on
nah.
this one. Alright.
Who Serbia?
One African team had to go through, man.
I can say Brazil and Switzerland because Switzerland got some very nice
Football.
females.
Football, yeah.
Well, females,
Oh,
and
females you
football,
talking about? Oh,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
And the group of death, the last group, the group of death. Portugal, Ghana, Uruguay, Korea Republic.
Good.
Yeah, there's the group of death. I call it.
Say that again. Wait, say that again.
Portugal, Ghana, Uruguay, and Korea Republic.
Uruguay,
Portugal, and Korea.
My group of death was Group E, but I understand when you say Group H is the group of death as well.
Yeah, but this one real.
Portugal and Korea.
I seen Korea.
Uruguay,
I seen Korea. Korea,
Uruguay and who?
Portugal,
Ghana,
Uruguay.
I seen Portugal, Uruguay, because Uruguay got.
I will play like that there, and son.
Oh yeah,
Son, it's a fella called Kang and Lee. He real bad boy.
My two to come out of this group is Uruguay and Korea Republic.
I agree with Jody that one. I agree with Jody that one.
Watch me when come to World Cup. It's not like Ronaldo fan here, you know.
Man is a Brazilian boy. The man is a Brazilian.
I agree with Jody on that one.
So you
talk about Cavani, Suarez, Nunes for the
Uruguay team. Nah, but looking at Tottenham qualification, Uruguay wasn't looking that good enough.
But to me, I feel they could get these sides on them a good run. Uruguay.
And then this one Valverde looking real top two.
You don't have Portugal coming out this group?
No. Portugal going home.
Portugal coming out this group, boy.
Portugal is my big team flop.
Portugal got one of the best defenses in this tournament.
Portugal is my big team flop.
I like Portugal defense.
One time.
Portugal got one of the best defenses.
Ronaldo trained up the chemistry of that team. Ronaldo would have trained up the chemistry on that team.
Here,
right?
Watch me.
And at the end of that.
Here, that's right. I hope my internet don't drop or cut now, right? But here, why I want Portugal out, right?
You want Bruno come back and rest?
I want Bruno rest. I want Dallo rest.
And I
want.
We are not right back in it.
You understand? We are not right back.
Dallo is the only right back in it.
And that man play real football.
Yeah.
So I want Dallo and Bruno to come back home, dog. To get a week and come back in and go on that training camp in Spain. And I just want this whole Ronaldo thing to light up a little bit and see what's going to happen when he come back. Right? So, quicker it happen, the better. We can have our next show. Right? Go through.
Yeah, that was the last group.
That's it there.
Well, fellas, let me get the golden. Let me start from the dark horse. Who's the dark horse out there?
Canada.
I pick Canada.
A little Marwi.
Jonathan Davis.
Yeah. Fair.
That invisible horse then. That not invisible.
Exactly. I didn't see how Canada could be a dark horse now.
Yeah.
Hey.
Boy. I mean, Croatia is my dark horse.
Croatia is final last World Cup, dog.
So they can't be dark horse, yeah.
How they could be a dark horse if they win the World Cup?
Croatia been carrying the same team for the last 3 World Cups now.
But it can't be a dark horse if you win the World Cup if it was in the final last year.
But they never win a World Cup before. That was his share winning the World Cup. So to me, if they win the World Cup, to me that would be kind of unexpected.
No, but if they win, people go say, well, they were last World Cup's finalists. So I mean, kind of expected. So I mean, to see them.
The progression, yeah.
Jeez,
the progression.
No,
yeah.
Right.
Fair enough.
Last World Cup, England was a semi-finalist, and then in the Euros, they end up in the finals. So you cannot. I just showing you like, you can't really use that as a dark horse in Croatia because it's the same thing. Yeah.
All right. I got to find the next one. Never think about the next one.
Mine is, I would say, Denmark. It has something about our Danish team that they have a togetherness. And that's very important in
Euros
football.
Already, yeah? That's not some years ago. Denmark win our Euros was 2000.
Denmark never won nothing.
I thought they never won anything,
Greece, France, Italy, Spain.
Greece was right.
Yeah, Greece.
Greece. Yeah, my bad. I mixed up Greece with Denmark.
Who minus by? Just now, huh?
Yeah, it's dark horse thing hard, boy. I see them group tagging, boy.
I'm thinking in my estimation, I think in Korea, boy.
Korea?
Dark could be a Korean team. Yeah.
My initial dark horse was Senegal.
I go with Japan as my dark horse.
That's what I like to hear, Nico. That's what I like to hear.
Japan could be my dark horse.
If Kagawa was there, Japan would be my dark horse.
Now Kagawa gone through two. We'll go through him.
Down in Japan, they were.
Kagawa time up, Reem. Kagawa time up.
Anderson saying here, Denmark win Euros 1992.
Yeah,
Right,
I know
92.
they did win our. Yeah,
But 92,
No,
we were McQuarrie.
I was, yeah.
We had no TV
Yeah,
that time.
yeah,
What
yeah.
no
Yeah,
Euros.
I was watching the Euros at them time.
We have black and white.
I started with football 1994 now, yeah.
We have black and white. We have black and white. We had 2 channels, off and on. That's all we have back in the day.
Denmark, them fellas must say it was black and white then time. Them fellas color.
Boy, we was going junior sec them days, boy.
You need to tune in your TV.
So we get the dark horses out, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so dark horse out, big team flop.
England.
Which big team flop?
England.
England.
England or Belgium.
England.
Portugal.
Once Lukaku playing Belgium, and flop.
Nah, but let's say we boy balling and training.
Who? For Belgium?
Maguire. I didn't see that video.
Oh.
I didn't see that video. Maguire balling.
Who's Zlatan? Zlatan?
What's that?
Zlatan or Maguire?
We saw light Maguire look on his feet. Roly-poly. Hitting from left to right. Right? Nah. Man in form.
Nah, England getting knocked out in the group stage, dog.
Yeah.
Chef will kill you for that comment.
Anderson saying here, my word for England number.
Hashtag.
It's not coming home.
Oh, hashtag. It's not coming home.
Oh, okay. It's not coming home.
They're gonna make Chef cry, you know.
Earlier, MVP.
New York.
Neymar. I give it to Neymar.
New York City goalkeeper is American. He's top. Okay, fair enough. I can work with that. Who's the MVP? Let me look at this group here. I can say a United player going to be MVP, but the name of Christian Eriksen. I think so.
I like that.
I would love him to be MVP for sure. But that'll be a great comeback. But yeah.
Going off.
If not Christian Eriksen, I
form.
can say Mbappe.
Mbappe, yeah. I was thinking that.
Going
Casemiro
off
for me.
club form, I really feel Vinicius from Brazil. Vinicius Junior from Brazil.
That's my
I
top
feel good, I
scorer.
think this World Cup.
Yeah, that's my top scorer.
Vinicius?
Yeah.
He looking
And
like he gonna do some stuff.
my
this
MVP
World
is Casemiro.
Well, Brazil,
Everything from me I go with Brazil going down the road. I just let all the no
Brazil got easier group than France.
So for everybody else,
What you said?
What's
for
that?
everybody else, golden boot. Apart from Jody. Golden boot.
Once is not Harry Kane. I can work with anybody else. Boy.
I go with Kane.
No, man, no. England again.
Nah.
No, yeah,
Well,
but
yeah,
Kane
not
playing
out of
Iran.
shape, so.
Kane playing Iran first game. He gonna score at least a trick against Iran.
No, so get the silly manager, so.
Exactly.
Ain't happening.
So
I would say Mbappe.
Southgate was set a defensive England versus Iran. Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
I still leaning towards Mbappe, boy.
Yeah, I say Mbappe. I'm more mature
Yeah,
Mbappe.
Yeah,
From
Mbappe,
4 years
yeah.
on, I was, yeah.
So who are they want to win the World Cup on the
I would Jody on this one.
Yeah, me too. My answer is the same for both questions. Brazil and Brazil.
I know who I want in the final, but in terms
Who
of
I want to
who
win the World Cup? Where's the question?
and who you predict going it? Yeah, who you want to, who your preferences and who you predict going it.
Well, wanting and predicting go come like the same thing, so that's Brazil.
Exactly.
but
Nah,
No,
I watching
no,
Germany.
it's not the same thing.
I watching Germany as predict. Yeah, I want Brazil to win, but
And I'm predicting Brazil win, right? But
I feel Germany. I feel
But I
that German team right under the radar at the moment.
watch me. I say
Yeah,
it. I say it out loud.
I can say this right now.
The biggest team I fear in this World Cup is Argentina.
I can say
Yeah.
I can say
Me
this
afraid
right
no
now.
other team. I telling you, no other team me backing down from, but Argentina, I telling you, I
can say this right now because I know how certain companies are here. If Canada win the World Cup, we are getting the entire 2023 off. So I want Canada win the World
2023.
Cup. I get 2023 off.
And my dark horse,
But Phil,
win.
But yeah, what Phil?
That's
Take
only
23 and
10
24.
days. That's only 10 days.
No,
That's only 10 days.
no,
You know?
No, he said 2023, you know.
Or 2023.
Yeah.
The whole year.
How you 2023 off? It can't win the World Cup.
But yeah, what? In fact, if Canada win the World Cup, take 23 and 24.
Yeah.
I say my prediction is Argentina. Right? Because I really, and my preference is who boy.
My preference is France, but I can be honest with you, I can't stand losing Messi fans. I can't stand Messi fans, boy. But if Argentina win the World Cup, the first DM to slide into is mine. I don't know why. It's like
Ronaldo thing.
Yeah,
Ronaldo
good.
thing. Ronaldo Messi thing.
But good.
Yeah, but I feel Argentina go win it, and I want probably France, to take it.
So who you just support for like World Cup, or you just
Spain?
Spain.
Oh, me or Reem?
No, Reem.
Oh,
Spain.
And you, Phil.
Oh boy.
As World Cup come, you just pick a team according to
how. When it comes to World Cup, it all depends on the girl they dating, right? So I'm actually dating this Brazil girl, right? So if Brazil win World Cup, then right. I am happy, right? Inside.
Yeah. So I think if Pogba or Marcelo was in the French team, I'd support them too. Yeah. But them did so. Fireburn.
Who get called up to replace Benzema? Not Mark.
We will find out about that tomorrow, I think. They're saying
that Martial will come up. Martial, he get
I hope
through
not.
the boy rim.
That I
hope not.
Rim, he get through the rim. Your boy get through. He get
through.
through.
Nah, because when he go there, he can play out for France and then come back first week for United in Jeddah.
Guys, alright.
Yeah, but
let man go and get a little run in a World Cup now, boy.
Nah, dog, nah.
You know how much players dream to play in a World Cup.
You get small run, man. If you go,
that will be easing my stress when United is scoring, right? So nah.
Reem, let's load him, man. Reem, tell the
nah.
Hey, you remember I was saying that we need time to catch your legs. You go catch your legs in the World Cup.
Nah, that World Cup too intense.
No.
That World Cup too intense.
I don't know if I went to go and play World Cup or if I went to stay and train.
Now you go like the man to go and get the experience of the World Cup, boy. Like you go and get a little experience.
Nah. You
never know. Watch me. You never know what that could do for the man. Confidence to a little.
But you don't have anybody ahead of him?
No.
That's right,
I don't know who it's have now.
That's what I'm trying to think. I don't think it's have anybody else on that.
And he
Lacazette might get called up. Lacazette fit?
Lacazette is in the reject bunch.
And the next one for France, like
y'all picture?
Yeah.
Nah, I haven't seen it. It's the next one from Lyon, the next striker from Lyon. Dembele.
Man, I don't know. We'll know by tomorrow.
Yeah. Anderson saying here, once Southgate is the manager of England, they will always be a man short. So you're saying I want Dutch to win just because they never had
it, boy. Always.
Holland is the Tottenham of the world football.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy. For real. You consider better, you know. They consider better.
They always Diana about, but can't finish it.
They can't finish. Just bottling it. Yeah.
Remember about 2 minutes
anyway. Yeah. So guys, we're looking to wrap it there, right? I think we cover all we be points for this evening. So it was nice. It was nice to have this discussion, guys. We're going into the World Cup. Let's see, what it brings, and let me hope, as we were saying before, that some of the past World Cups that we consider the best so far. Let's hope that this could really beat it and give us something to really talk about and enjoy now. I know there is a lot of controversy, in the World Cup. With all the different things now, with all the different social and different positions. I mean, I'm not going to get into that.
No rainbow flag.
So let's see how let's hope that doesn't affect the football, right? And that doesn't turn into a spectacle, right? Because we want the football to be the spectacle, right? So again, JP, Jody, Phil, thanks for joining Nico and myself on the program. And let me see how things will turn out for Man United, if any statements will come out in the next couple of days to cause us to come back here again. Right?
No.
Yeah.
So we'll see. So guys, I'm going to handle that when just as about, well, as I say, Portugal not coming out the group stage, but if they happen to come out and they reach some semi-final, then that's it, man. They'll come out and mess up. Ronaldo head to get here.
No, but next time a statement come out saying that Ronaldo will be playing with the under-21 for the rest of the season.
Ooh, he will crack up.
Yeah.
Crack up.
And I announced that the day Portugal going and play.
But they were telling me.
No, but that's not the real bad mind thing. That's real bad mind thing. That is bad mind.
Well, it can't work one way alone, because if Ronaldo had bad mind to want to do the interview, the club could hit the marker sharp the same way.
Yeah,
I think the club will take the moral high ground.
Yeah. I think so.
I think that
them go let the lawyers do the thing.
Yeah. But then if you watch a team like PSG and them do them no business like Icardi and them fellas they banish them,
them play with the under 12.
Yeah,
but they banish. How can I patch you ground, yeah?
I tell you, PSG make business.
There is Bobby in front of that boy.
Hi guys.
All right. Yeah, so fellas, it was nice. Thanks again. And we will see you all on the next one. Have a good night, guys.
Good night.
Peace out.